Hi guys, I am at home in San Antonio. I wanted to come to you and talk to you a little bit about our trip, upcoming trip to Moab. I cannot wait to go. I am so excited, super excited. But before we leave, I want you guys to meet Rufus. You're watching Michelle on the Moon. So I came in the shade because it was way too hot over there. We're going to show you some of the trucks similar to kind of what we're looking at. The one that we were actually looking at, they took that one away. So let me show you a sample of what we're going to get. Just kidding, but that's a really cool car. Now we're gonna go show you some of the trucks that are similar to the one that we're gonna get.
Hey guys, how you doing? Do what? All right, my name is Zach Jackson. I'm the Internet Sales Manager here at Redmond Combs Ford. This is a 2019 Ford F350 XLT, 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine. Come on the inside, you've got your center console with the 8-inch touchscreen. You're gonna have all of your AM, FM, Bluetooth, all of your features there. Power seats, both sides. 4-wheel drive is gonna be on your center console as well. You got a lot of room in the back as far as your 60-40 split, extra storage space, compartments down here. It's gonna have the 2 USB ports in the back as well as the front, as well as a 110 outlet in the front and the back, and a 12-volt outlet in the front and the back. You're gonna have your side steps, your LED lighting, and your up on the top over here with your backup camera right here, your backup camera on the third light up there for your fifth wheel connections. As you can see, when you drop down, you can zoom in up there, where you can zoom in down onto your trailer hitch as well. Watch your hands. You have all your backup sensors and your connections as well as your trailer hitch down here. This is an FX4 off-road package, so it's going to have your upgraded leaf springs as well as your traction and your undercarriage. You're going to have your skid plates, skid guards. As you can see on the other side as well, we have all of our features inside the vehicle. You're going to have your cup holders right here, your compartments down here. This is where your 12-volt and your 110 outlet are. You have your camera controls up here as well. That's going to be it, guys. That's our 2019 F350 XLT.
Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again.
Welcome back, Roadsters. I hope you enjoyed that little tour of Rufus. The way we came about Rufus's name is kind of funny. We were just kind of researching red in different languages. There were a lot of different choices. I wanted to go with a more Latino theme since Tequila March is Tequila March, but we kind of developed Rufus. It kind of fit. We kind of both just looked at each other and be like, we like it. Kind of the same way as Tequila March. It kind of just flows. So Rufus will now pull Tequila March forever and ever. Amen. Today we're going to talk about our trip to Moab, Utah. I have been hearing about Moab, Utah for probably a year or so. Renee has already been twice, and this time I get to go. We had to plan this trip according to my days off. So I work Thursday through Saturday, and I work 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So we are going to leave on Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m., travel as far as we can go before Renee gets tired, and then boondock somewhere along the way. So, a little side note, I don't know why, but I always thought it was called boondog, boondoggin. So, the first time I said that, Renee busted out in laughter because it is actually called boondocking. But for my channel and my purposes, from now forward, I will always say boondog because that's what I thought it was. So anyways, we had to boondog it. We're gonna have to boondog it. There are two very important national parks in Moab, Utah. There are Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park. The positive thing about that is that they're within each other. So you could do them both in one day. Really famous arch is the windows, and that's the one that you go for the sunrise. It's the one that we went to in the morning, early morning hours, where the sun, it looks like an eyeball, and the sun kind of comes up into the eyeball and makes the bottom of that arch glow, but also puts a glow on the turret arch, which is behind it, which is the little finger that looks like it's saying okay. So we talked about this yesterday. If you're going there for specifically for photos, the windows in the morning for the sunrise, and then the turret, which is the okay one, in the evening time for the sunset. Because I think when the sun sets, it will flash that a whole bunch of pretty colors like it did everything else. You can get it in the morning also, and it still looks really pretty because they're right behind each other. Here comes my kids. Forgetting to hit record. Hi, babe. So it's finally coming up. It's illuminating these rocks here, and also the arch. It's illuminating all of that. Everybody here trying to get their shot in. And I'm missing the okay sign. But it's okay because I got to watch the sun come up. Beautiful. If you're gonna do Delicate Arch, do it in the evening. So get to the park around 4 o'clock if you come in October, because the sun sets around between 6:30 and 7 o'clock. So if you get to the park at 4 o'clock, that gives you an hour and 15 minutes to hike, and then it gives you a little bit of time at the arch to rest, get your equipment together if you are taking pictures, or just kind of take in the arch, because right behind the arch is this big canyon and then a big rock on the side. So when the sun sets, it kind of sets over there, and then all those colors are just beaming on that arch. There's a huge, what looks like is, I don't know if you've ever been to those places where you drop a penny and it spins around in the metal thing, and then it comes out the bottom and you get the penny at those souvenir type shots. Next to the arch is this big dip, and it looks like that. And we made it to the Delicate Arch. It's a very, very, very long hike, but it was awesome. It's a good workout, good leg workout. If you need one, come here. But we get to see that at sunset, and it's going to be amazing. Already amazing. Can't wait. So we finally made it up to the top, to where Delicate Arch is. It's a 1.5 hike, 1.5 mile hike, straight uphill. So if you're in shape, this is a smoke a cigarette too. If you're in shape, no big deal. If you're not in shape, I had to stop a lot, but I still got here. Either way, so plenty worth it. The hike up here was well worth what we get to see. Because this is crazy. So the arch changes colors as the sun sets. It reflects off on the arch, and it changes from orange to red to yellow. It was a little pink at one time. Went through that cycle 2 times already as the sun was going down, but I think that might be the last of the color changing that we saw earlier. But it's almost like they put color filters in front of the sun to change the color of the arch. It was really pretty. Mm-hmm. There's been a crow sitting up there half of the time.
Yeah, he's been up there all day.
In the middle and on the side. There were 2 at one time. That was actually really cool. Made a really pretty picture. Not very many people here today, so the arch has been clear. Look at the sunset over here. That was worth the hike alone. And the moon is out too. Mesa Arch in the morning, which that hike was also just a moderate hike, 1.9 miles round trip to the Mesa Arch. Totally 1000% a must do in the morning is that Mesa Arch, because it was spectacular. I was telling Renee, think of it like this, like you were asleep at night and you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes, but you open your eyes to this picturesque view of the sun rising over this canyon, and it is
kind of like an unveiling.
Wow, it's definitely an unveiling. It's like your eyes are literally just opening up.
Especially if you get there in the...
Yeah, that's what I was just going to talk about. So, one sacrifice you're going to have to make if you want that picture and if you want to experience probably the best sunrise of your life, you have to get up like at 4 o'clock in the morning to be out the door no later than 5. Okay, so if you're... We're at Mesa Arch here in the Canyonlands in MOAB. We hiked up this morning to watch the sunrise again. And again, with all these arches, when the sun comes up, it changes it all kinds of pretty warm, bright colors, yellows, oranges. It's just gorgeous. You can see it behind my left shoulder. The sun is completely out now, and it looks beautiful. It looks like it's on fire. Breathtaking.
Mesa was amazing.
Yes.
If you've never been to Mesa Arch,
yeah, it's
amazing.
Beautiful. It has to be sunrise, though.
The sunrise, you can't do the sunset. It has to be sunrise.
Definitely. So you have to make that sacrifice to get up.
At 4:30.
4:30. You get here in about 30 minutes if you're staying in town. Sun usually, well, it's October right now, so the sun is rising between 7:10 and 7:20 right now. So as long as you get here to set up by that time, but come early because
there's plenty of photographers here.
Plenty, so come early, get your spot. Very polite though. I think everybody kind of has a very respectful exchange. You use your amount of time and then you kind of get out of the way for the next person, which I've noticed that going with him on, oh, he's the photographer by the way, if you didn't already know that. Going with him, I've noticed that it's kind of like a little mutual respect y'all have for each other, which is really cool.
Yeah. Well,
everybody kind of takes a little minute and then,
nice.
you know.
Well, for the most part, most people.
Well, yeah, there's always that one or two people. But anyway, we just kind of wanted to get on here and talk to you a little bit about one of my getaways to Moab, being that the whole travel nurse thing. These are the kinds of things that I'm doing this for, is to have these kinds of experiences where we can go and come to this beautiful stuff. And I'm already close to the area, so if you're thinking about traveling and you have any doubts about it, like,
check out this footage because this right here would be the main reason why to do it. Get paid to do the job that you're already doing, plus you get to go on vacation every week while you're off to the surrounding areas you're in. I've done so much in such a short time that I've been traveling that I would have never done before. So if you're thinking about it, jump both feet. On the way, just the hike up there, you see people, and then you get up there and you see them again, and they're like, "Whoa, that was," and you're just kind of like, "Yeah, what?" You just have this mutual.
You tend to see the same people over and over again.
Yeah. On a route.
As you're going through the pull-off, you see a bunch of people. Or the same people, I should say.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a little tour group of everybody kind of just stopping at the same points. At some time, you're going to cross paths again with those same people. And then, like last night, we went out to eat Pizza J's in MOAB, Utah, by the way. Side note.
It's
mind-blowing. I would highly 5 stars.
Pasta J's.
2 thumbs up. Yeah, Pasta J's in MOAB. Pizza, the best pizza I've ever had in my life, hands down. It was a chicken Alfredo. It had Alfredo sauce, chicken, spinach, and black olives. And I don't really like black olives, so I left those things on there.
Florentine.
It was a Florentine, yeah.
Florentine
That's
pizza.
the name of it. So if you are here in MOAB ever, strike that, reverse it.
MOAB. MOAB is the place we're going.
That's next video. But anyway, if you're ever here, stop at Pizza J's.
No, Pasta J's.
Pasta J's, sorry.
Pasta J's.
Keep messing that up.
Pasta J's. But order the pizza.
Yes. I saw, like, going to the restroom, I'm always one of those kind of people that, like, looks at plates before I order, just to kind of check out the food to see if the food's good or looks good. And so going to the restroom, just kind of peeking over, oh my God, everybody's plate. I wanted to just, can I have a bite? Just to taste it, but it was,
Food was good.
it was a little bit hardy to eat as late as we ate, but we were starving after that 3-mile arduous, but worth it, hike to see the Delegate Arch coming down at night. A little bit scary. Of course, we had flashlights. Everybody kind of had headlamps and that kind of thing. So, but it's easy going up to kind of stay with the herd on the trail, and then coming down, everybody's just kind of like, everybody's just ready to go.
Yeah, because you can't see anything.
You can't see, so everybody's kind of scattered. So we kept getting off the trail, and it was a neat experience.
It was great.
Yeah, it was amazing. Totally worth the hike. We finally made it to Landscape Arch. We're here waiting for the sun to set. Really pretty arch. This arch was, I think, originally supposed to be named the Delicate Arch, which we saw yesterday. But somebody misnamed them, so they just kind of left it that way. This one actually looks more delicate than the other one. A lot more so, right?
Sure does.
I mean, on the top of it, it's barely hanging on up there. I don't even know how it's still up there, actually. Can you imagine walking on the top of that?
No.
That would be crazy, huh?
It's like it's about to fall.
It does. Crazy. So the hike was good coming up here. 1.9 miles round trip, so pretty. There was a few little hills, but nothing compared to yesterday. So now I think I'm a pro. But anyways, pretty level ground most of the time. Gravel-packed mud type stuff, so it was pretty easy. Getting up to the arch itself actually is a bunch of sand, so that was a little bit like on the beach kind of, but it didn't take very long. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
So we're just waiting for the sun to set. Oh, let me show. Wait, don't turn it off yet. Let me show y'all my new thing. My new thing is to take my water bottle with me. Can you see it?
Yep.
Take my water bottle with me everywhere I go, and I'm gonna get a sticker for that park or that place that we went. I see these all the time, so that's what we're gonna do. So I have my gray bug and I have my MOAB one, so from now on we're gonna start doing that. That'll be our little tradition. pretty soon, y'all will have a Michelle on the Move sticker, kind of like this one, but better.
Hi, so I am back from MOAB. I wanted to give you just a short recap of our trip and give you a little bit of tricks and tips that we learned along our way. So I wanted to just touch a little bit on the travel aspect, hiking, arches, food, and some shopping experiences that we had. Travel wise, we decided to take the RV versus staying in a hotel. My suggestion to you guys would be to just research and see what kind of works best for you guys. Money wise, there really was a small amount of difference. We had gotten the new truck. We wanted to pull Tequila Marge so that we could see kind of how it was going to work, how much it was going to cost, miles per gallon. So for us, it was kind of a test run. So just do your research. Hiking, be very observant, or I don't really know what other word you want to use, but kind of pay attention to your clothing, what the weather's going to be like when you get there, as far as what to pack, what not to pack. I would take a day backpack. That's what I took a light jacket with me. It's October, so I took a light jacket. I wore leggings and a t-shirt with a long sleeve thermal underneath so that you could layer. So that would be my suggestion, is to layer. Men, I would suggest kind of long boxer briefs. The hikes can be long and they can be like arduous, kind of uphill. So there's some chafing that might be involved, just as an arts aspect. You might want to kind of protect yourself with clothing. So I would wear long underwear, almost like to your knees. I know, short plug, I know American Eagle has come in that silky material type boxer briefs. Those would be the exact thing that I would use. Little tip that I have learned is that you can use deodorant in those chafing type spots, and that will kind of prevent some of the rashes. I made the mistake of wearing new shoes. Do not do that. Wear shoes that you know that are comfortable, that are, you know, that aren't going to make blisters. Wear the correct socks. Those are my tips about the hiking aspect of it. You can do it. There are people from 2 years old to 86 years old. Anybody can do it. Take breaks, take plenty of water, and take snacks. That's my suggestion about the hike part of it. The arches. Whew, the arches are beautiful. They're gorgeous. All of them are pretty. My personal favorite at sunrise was the Mesa Arch. You're going to have to kind of sacrifice your sleep, get up early to get there before sunrise, get your equipment set up, or just to be in your own peace. Sit there and just kind of experience the sunrise. It's amazing. The Mesa Arch was the best for me. Sunset was the Delicate Arch, which is the hardest hike, but you can do it. I believe in you. So as far as the arches go, do a little research. Look up some information about which arches are better to go at which time of the day. Personally, Mesa in the morning, Delicate Arch in the evening, depending on how much time you have. As far as food goes, there are a few chain places that you can eat at. There are a lot of little quaint mom and pop type places that are amazing to go to. We ate at MOAB Diner for breakfast. Denny's type of breakfast. It is an old-fashioned 50s style diner, very cute, very kind of touristy, but good food. So I would suggest that place for breakfast. There are a few kind of Italian restaurants. There's just some kind of cool modern hipster kind of places to hang out also. We ate at a place called Pasta J's, and I know I've probably mentioned this several times in this video, and I apologize, but this pizza was great. Pasta J's, for sure, hands down, gotta go. I had the Florentine pizza. Perfecto. Shopping. This town is touristy, so if you've ever been to like a ski kind of town or those types of towns, it's the same. The downtown area has a lot of like souvenir shops, t-shirt shops, that kind of thing. It also has some art. It has some photographs, that kind of thing. So you can get souvenirs, that kind of sort of stuff. It wasn't too expensive, just normal touristy kind of souvenir prices. I always have a special tip for people if you're going to go to souvenirs. Go to the grocery store or like the pharmacy of that town. Usually the souvenirs that you want to get for people are cheaper in those places, so just a little tip for you. Other than that, I had an amazing trip. I had so much fun. Of course, I'm back at work. But anyways, this is why I do what I do, so that I can go explore. So please stay tuned. I am doing a company shout out soon, And also a tour of Tequila March is coming up. So I will see you guys on the move. Hi guys, we are back in San Antonio and I am going to break down my MOAB trip for my guy